Welcome! Here's a preview of what we'll be making today on Just Crafting It Up, an awesome bear and monster pom-pom. Let's get started on the bear pom-pom. For this project you'll need brown yarn, sewing scissors, a big popsicle stick, glue, brown felt, black felt, 2 small googly eyes, and a brown pom-pom. To make your bear pom-pom, use your brown yarn and wrap it around 4 of your fingers. Wrap it 100 times. Cut the tail off of your yarn and carefully slip it off of your fingers. Make sure to leave it in its loop form. Tie a scrap piece of yarn around the middle of the loop using a simple knot. Make sure it's tied very, very tight. Now we're going to trim our pom-pom. For this, we're going to use our sewing scissors and we're going to cut the little loops that we made. There should be 2 halves of loops. The tie is what separates it. In these halves, cut inside the loops. Do not cut the tie that you tied it together with, or else your pom-pom will fall apart. So be careful when doing this step. Next, trim your pom-pom to the size you want it to be. Trimming might take a little while, and be careful not to trim all of the pom-pom off. Next, I cut out felt for the ears. Here, I'm adding a generous amount of glue, and then I'm going to add the ears and press down firmly. Let this dry before moving on to adding the nose. Now I'm going to add my nose using a pre-made brown pom-pom. I'm going to add another generous glob of glue to where the nose should be, and then I press it down firmly. Next I added googly eyes. Now I'm adding a black felt triangle to the nose. Again, I'm putting some glue down, and then I'm attaching the triangle. Here's the finished bear pom-pom. There's one last thing though that I want to add onto mine. I'm going to add a popsicle stick and glue it onto that, so that I can make a bookmark. I'm adding a generous glob of glue to the top of the popsicle stick and attaching my bear and pressing down firmly. Be sure to let this dry overnight before using your bookmark. Here's my finished bear pom-pom bookmark. On to the monster pom-pom. For this project you'll need yarn, sewing scissors, pipe cleaners, felt teeth, googly eyes, pom-poms, and a keychain. To begin my monster pom-pom, I'm making the pom-pom just as I did the bear pom-pom, with one thing that's different. For the monster one, I left a loop at the top. As you can see, I attached washi tape to it, so that I would know not to cut it. The loop at the top is optional though. If you don't want it, you don't have to have it. It's only so that you can make it an ornament later. If I had my loop, I'm going to start with my loop at the top, and then I'm going to add the eyes accordingly, just as I did for the bear one. With the monster one, you can add whatever size eyes you want, wherever you want. If you want, you can even do one eye. I decided to do one large eye and one smaller eye. Next, I added the teeth. Get creative. You can add them wherever you want. I added mine below the eyes. Now I'm adding pom-poms for the ears. You don't have to use your pom-poms for the ears. You can use them for arms, legs, anything. Get creative with the monster one, because now that you know how to add facial features and make the pom-pom from the bear, you can do whatever you want for the monster one. Next, I used a pipe cleaner and I made wings out of it. You could even make legs out of this, or arms, or cool ears. There's limitless possibilities. This part is optional, but I'm going to attach a keychain to my pom-pom. First, tie yarn around your pom-pom. Leave long tails. Now I'm attaching my keychain through the loop below the keychain. Thread one of the tails through the loop, and then, with the other, tie them both together. I tied mine a few times, just to make sure it was secure. As a side note, I took off the loop that I had made at the beginning so that I could add the keychain instead. And then I cut my loose strings. Here's my finished Monster Pom Pom keychain. And here are 2 finished products, an awesome bookmark and a cute keychain. I hope you enjoyed making this as much as I did. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, follow us on our Instagram, Just Crafting It Up.